Hi, I'm Melinda Van Fleet, and welcome to the Confident Conversations podcast. I'm an author, speaker, and success coach who helps women believe in themselves, build confidence, and take action. This podcast shares authentic and transparent, thought-provoking stories, tips, and tools from my experiences, as well as incredible guests, so you can continue to build your confidence and live your best life. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started on this confidence journey. Real quick before we begin, my first solo book, Confidence Mastery for Couples, Roadmap to a More Intimate Relationship, is live on Amazon. It is live in ebook, paperback, and soon to be Audible. So check it out. I'll put a link to purchase in the show notes. Thank you, everyone. Now on to the podcast. Welcome, everyone, to this week's Confident Conversations podcast. I am super excited that you joined me. It has been a really busy, super fun week. So as I'm recording this, it has already been 1 week since the book launched. And what I thought I would do today is just share a little bit from the book, from chapter 6, which is called Reframing and Triggers. And the reason why I also wanted to share this chapter is because when you start to recognize your triggers, and then you start to realize where they come from and how you can move forward, all of that will help build your confidence. And too many people get stuck in their triggers, and hence they don't move forward and they're not building their confidence. So this is something I'm going to continue to be talking about, because I am launching a mini course called Trigger Detox, and that will start on March 30th. So if you wish to be connected to me via LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, that's where I'll be sharing a lot about the mini course, because I've set it up a little different. I've set it up in regards to it being for 3 months. The first month, we're going to dive into what are triggers so you can start to recognize them. The second month will be why do you have those triggers, so you can start to understand that piece of it. And then the third will be how do you move forward through them. And that's a piece that I don't find that many coaches sharing some inside nuggets about, because that is the key. The key, of course, is how do you move through them? So we can talk and talk and talk about triggers and all these things that upset us all day long, and people can share their stories. But until they're really sharing, what are just some ways to feel better? I want to feel better. What are some ways? Then, you're just really not crushing them. You're not figuring this whole piece of life out, because we all have things that upset us all the time. Every day, there's constantly something. So the more and more you can bust through them, you get a sense of freedom, your energy is more clear, and then all these really great things can start to happen. You're just moving forward in a positive, confident direction. So that is what the course is about. The link to the course will be in the show notes. You will be shocked at the price. It is basically free. I wanted to keep it really affordable, but still put a price tag on it so people show up. I have signed up for way too many courses in the past that are free and have noticed that many people don't show up. So hence why there's a small price tag. And I really want this to be something that people are excited about, and recognize that once you start working on your triggers, it's a positive experience. It's a positive experience because you're shifting your energy to feel good and move forward and accomplish your goals and dreams. So check it out. I will put the link in the show notes. But that is why I also wanted to start to read this chapter a little bit. I think I'm going to read like about half of it. And so you can get a taste of what reframing is about. And when you understand reframing and how to reframe some of your triggers, that is one of the steps in busting through them. So here we go. Chapter 6, Reframing and Triggers. From now on, I want you to practice reframing other people's negativity as a reminder of a way not to be. T. Harv Eker. This next chapter's lesson is one in which you will get the hang of it, and it will become second nature, but like anything, it takes practice. Reframing. Have you heard of it before? If so, do you practice it? Or should I ask, do it? Reframing is the key to changing your mindset and communication with others. It's the same as changing the plot in a movie or TV show. You catch it, stop it, and it being the thought or comment, and reword or rethink it. Mastering the art of reframing is life-changing and the key to shifting your mindset. You are changing your mental picture. Here are the things to think about. Number 1, when I have a negative thought, do I let it flow by? Do I say it out loud to my partner? Or do I think it over and over? Number 2, if I notice my partner saying something negative, do I stop him or her? You can read about reframing all day long, but until you put it in motion, it doesn't mean diddly squat. I also highly recommend doing the exercises that I will mention in this chapter and finding a way to help keep you accountable or hire a coach. It's crucial to do the work in this section to catch yourself or your partner when negative thoughts arise and experience the change that reframing can bring. Find an emotionalist safe code word. Sounds a little S&M, so it will make you laugh as you say it and break the energy. You can say reframe, and that's great. If not, no worries, find another word. Words can be along the lines of cotton candy, vacation, sunshine, something fun that you both agree to say when you feel the need to reframe. It may be cheesy, but sometimes that helps you to remember it. And what's wrong with laughing at the cheesy stuff in life? The key to reframing is not only to change your mindset and communication, but to also shift the energy behind your words. All of these aspects feed into your subconscious mind. When the two of you are on the same page with challenges, dreams, visions, goals, desires, health, etc., the magic can happen faster and you can support each other emotionally. There's a lot packed into that sentence. Reread it and make sure it sinks in. If you can master reframing, you are on the road to success. Now on to some examples in our household. I am sure you would agree that heavy lifting is easier with a partner. Imagine trying to get your old couch out the front door all by yourself while your partner is sitting in the kitchen eating chips. Wait a second. I think I'm describing my world. Anyhow, when one person does all the heavy lifting themselves, they get worn out, tired, hurt, and don't move as fast. It's the same analogy with communication and mindset shifts. If you both can be working towards the same goals and calling each other out when something that is out of sync or alignment, think about how much faster you will get that big piece of furniture out the door. Why not help each other with reframing and shifting your mindset? We go through this exchange regularly, as there is always something that comes up which can be viewed negatively but positively shifted. Bonus thought to sink in. Some shift examples may seem far-fetched, but if you believe in manifestation, you will start to understand how this works. Example: Ryan and one of his fishing friends were chatting, and his friends said to him, "You are going to be slammed with other boats this weekend. I'm off to the Bahamas." Where does your mind go first? Over the years, a statement like this would send Ryan into a complete tailspin. Oh no, that many boats? It's going to be a mess. They're going to be on my spots and I won't be able to catch any fish for my clients. Ryan would get frustrated and start thinking about how crowded it would be on the water, with boats cutting him off and overall rudeness. This loop would send me into a mama bear tailspin, talking about taking out his camera phone or being upset that he went down a negative path so quickly. The energy created by both of us would be unpalpable, unnecessary energy, which didn't serve either of us. When he first told me about what his friend said, I had to admit, I did brace myself. Oh no, here we go. However, I was proudly and pleasantly surprised. The practice has created change. Instead of the usual negative pattern and spin, he said to me, I am looking forward to when I head off to the Bahamas too. Wow, I think I'm about to fall over. My brain whirled as I pinched myself. Done. No bad energy, no bad spin. Remember the law of attraction? Keep that in mind as you go through your reframing. What you think about and talk about, especially out loud, comes true. With that thought process and practice, I am planning what I'm going to be wearing when I go to the Bahamas with him. Likely, I will be by the pool or at the beach versus fishing, but he can go fishing. Another reframing that can come in handy is when you feel that little green monster creep up. Admit it, the green monster happens to everyone at some point or another. This specific example I'm about to give will also help with negative beliefs you may have from childhood, when your parents may have said something like, keep dreaming, kid, or only rich people can afford a boat. Sound familiar? Sometimes we wonder where jealousy and envy come from, and it may be buried from when you were a kid and told you couldn't have something. A specific reframe example for me relates to something I desire, a jet ski. When I see a jet ski, instead of saying things such as, how did they afford that? I switch to, I am super excited to own a jet ski someday. Shifting your mindset and reframing your dialogue all contributes to better energy as well as conversations with others. So that's just a little snippet from Chapter 6, Reframing and Triggers, because when you master reframing your triggers, again, like I said in the intro, your energy shifts and you start to feel good and all these good things start to happen. Good stuff starts to flow your way. And that's what I really want people to understand as they go through their day. Start to recognize your triggers. What are your triggers? Start to journal about them, write them down, keep some notes on them, and definitely check out my course. Again, I'll put the information in the show notes because month 1 will be about that. What are triggers? What are your triggers? And starting to recognize them. And I have so many good nuggets to teach in this course. So I'm super excited and look forward to sharing all of this with you in the course. So again, the information for the course and the book link is in the show notes. And gosh, I think that's it. I think I'll wrap it up this week. I hope everyone has a beautiful week. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram at Melinda_Van Fleet or LinkedIn. My website is goodkarmasuccesscoach.com, and my other podcast is called The Good Karma Success Coach. So check it out, check it out, check it out. I would love to hear from you. Until next week, I hope that this podcast helps build your confidence and keep having those confident conversations. Thanks a lot.